For cheap games, check out g2a.com, link in description. Well, hello there people from the internet, and welcome to more Battlefield 1. Today we're playing some operations on the Monte. Now, on the Monte, I set myself a challenge on the weekend. If I could go 100 kills, 0 deaths. Now, there's going to be some challenges when facing with this. You can either try do this on the ground, you can try doing it in a tank, land ship, whatever. You can try do it in a plane. I sort of wanted a bit of a challenge. Like I've said in previous videos, if you don't challenge yourself, you're never going to get better at doing things. So the best thing to do is get the little plane, which is the stealth fighter. The fighter is, well, not the stealth fighter, it's just the fighter. The stealth fighter is in Battlefield 4. But just the little fighter, he has like little amount of health. Anything can shoot at you. LMGs do like a ton of damage to you. Other planes, you've got the flying dildo, you've got everything basically shooting at you. And by the time you get to sort of around 50 kills and you haven't died once, things get a little bit more interesting for you. Not only that you've tried and you've killed a couple of pilots and you sort of established yourself that, okay, there's no point you trying to shoot me because I'm just going to turn around and I'm going to shoot you. You have to get to a point where you dominate the sky so everybody knows, don't engage him, he'll sort of flank me, he'll do this, he'll do that, he'll loop around me and he will shoot me, so there's no point doing it. And then the other deterrent is that people are deterred by not engaging in dogfights because of the rubber banding. You know, there's a lot of rubber banding going on. There's all sorts of bugs and glitches and stuff like that. So dogfighting is not really as fun as it could be, even though if you spawn somebody in the attack plane or you have the bomber, you can have a back gunner which does a shitload of damage. That sort of disencourages all the dogfighting because there's not really anything that you could do about it. The back gunners just do a hell of a lot of damage and you'd be dead within a couple of seconds. But nevertheless, it's still a challenge. It's still something that needs to be done. It's harder and it's not something that you're going to do every day. I mean, I did spend about 10-15 rounds trying to get it, and I did go sort of 70, 80, 87, 83, all that sort of stuff, but never really got to 100. Now, one of the things what I really didn't realize is that if you end up crashing in between the attacks, you know, you've depleted the tickets and you still have another attack left or 2 attacks, you end up crashing because there's nothing you can do. I mean, because sure, you can bail out of the plane and land and then do all that, but that's a bit risky. If you have somebody chasing you, you could be landing somewhere else, whatever. So if you do end up crashing at the end of the round, those deaths don't actually count. Even though they show up on screen, at the end of the match, it won't actually count as a kill. So let's say you've gone 50 and 2 or whatever, you've crashed in between the rounds, as it were. At the end of the round, as soon as the round ends, you will not actually have those deaths because technically, somehow, those deaths are not connected as you sort of dying because you couldn't do anything about it. So that's kind of my mistake I made. A lot of times I went X kills and 1 death, and I always end up giving up because I thought, no, I died, that's it, I'm just going to start it again, and it has to be 0. But to my surprise, it was that it didn't count. So now I sort of came back in and said, okay, well, I don't really have to worry about that all too much, because when it gets to just a couple of tickets and you have just a couple of tickets left, you have to find the right way to land. You have to sort of put the plane into a right sort of flight pattern and everything. It just has to be right. But with that 1 death not really counting, then that gives me a bit more room to breathe, as it were, because I have more choice and I don't have to make such an effort to try and get the plane in the right pattern and the right sort of flight thing so it doesn't crash and all that sort of stuff. And I think one of the best things is if I just go ahead and give Evil the mic here for a second. Check this out.
Just do it. Don't make your dreams be dreams.
Don't let your dreams be dreams. Just do it. That's what Evil's doing. So I'm getting encouragement as much as I can there just to keep going. So I think at the end of the day, if you challenge yourself to do something, just go for the hard way. By challenging yourself, you will adapt and you will learn from the mistakes that you're going to make. Now, I've done the best as I could here to take out as many attackers as I can. It is my job to take out as many attackers as I can, and by taking out 100 attackers, it's 100 of them that are not attempting to take my flag. So I've done as best as I could to support the ground troops from the air. That's it for me for today. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed it. That was 96-0, and the following match actually went 109-1. So technically I have completed my challenge. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.